And so at today's school, in continuation of our desire to connect a number of our communities, we also proceeded to approve some roads for construction, even as we gave instruction to supervising ministries to reach out to different contractors that are handling a number of projects, very critical projects. The governor has directed that the SSG should liaise with the authorities at the Warri Uwe and Environs Development Agency for the purpose of fast-tracking the control of flood in the Warri houses, so that we'll know how well we can proceed and possibly conclude a number of the ongoing projects to which we have indeed invested huge sums of state resources. And that our commitment to control the floods in the Warri houses is with a view to align government to proceed to also construct some of the roads that are in dire need of either rehabilitation or construction. A number of persons didn't understand why we have not attended to some of the roads there, because it is very clear that if you don't address the flood challenge in some of those corridors, you will only be doing the wrong thing by proceeding to construct the road, because the flood will not only destroy the roads, but will also possibly ravage homes along such particular routes. And that is why we are investing huge sums of money to enable us control the floods in Warri. We have explained it before now, that because a number of these areas are heavily built, and secondly, that individuals in the course of the years have also had cause to even build along waterways, you need to be able to take steps to address those incursions along the parts of the natural course of this water, and then also the challenge we have with those persons that have also taken steps to undermine the town planning structure of Warri. And the governor says even if we have less than 2 months to the end of the tenure, we are still going to continue to take that very, very seriously. And so the contractors have been given notice in the event that they are not moving as fast as they should, to know that it's important that they take it seriously for us to address this flood challenge in parts of. Today too, we also approved the construction of Alehago Road in Ekan South, the construction of Umude Road also in Eka South, and then of course the construction of Okowa Street, which starts from Iwuri Junction in Eka South. Then there were a number of other projects we have to also review because of fluctuation in prices due to global challenges economically, and then due to the changes in price as well as the scope of work. All those have to do with the projects that were existing before now. The governor has also given marching order to the Ministry of Works to impress it upon the contractor handling Sector C2 of the Ugili Asaba Ogwashuku Express Road. You do know that Section C2 have to do with the Coca interchange up to the Ogwashuku Junction, so that we will have the privilege of commissioning that particular corridor before we exit on the 29th of May, 2023. It was our initial intention that we will be able to conclude work on that road up to Ugili, but of course you recall the effect of the flood that took place in 2022, which did not only disrupt construction works, but undermined the effort of work that was put in before that time. And as such, we will continue with the entire corridor, but we are quite optimistic that we'll be able to deliver Section C2, while Sector C1 and then Sector A. Sector C1 is from Ogwashuku Junction up to Osisa, while Sector A is from somewhere in Isoko land, I think some before Ozoro, up to Ugili, which you recall we repudiated and re-awarded to another construction company. But because the rains are here, we know that that work may not move as fast as we desire that it should. And we will not, because of speed, decide to mortgage a number of other projects will be delivered before we leave. even as we're also quite optimistic as we begin to put in our handover notes, that the next administration will continue very effectively and efficiently for where we will stop on the 29th of May, 2023. The governor is also very much interested in inspecting the Ayakromo Bridge to know the level of work that has been put in, so that at the end of the day, as he's handing over, he will also be able to underscore the amount of work that has been done and where the next administration is starting. We are happy that as part of our finishing strong, that an efficient and a very well-known person is taking over, the person of Right Honorable Sheriff Oborowori, the person that we are very confident will be able to take very, very speedily from where we'll be stopping on the 29th of May, because not only that he's a member of the party and understands all the projects that we have executed, because he presided over the approvals of the budget that paved way for the execution of these different projects, but is somebody who have also worked very, very closely with the present administration as a key member and as the number 3 person in this administration. So it is a win-win for Deltans. That is not somebody who is going to come and begin to ask which one is this, which one is that, because he's seized of this number of programs and projects. And that is why the governor, even at today's school, appreciated Deltans for finding the PDP worthy of returning to the government house and worthy of continuing with the very laudable projects that the administration have executed in the past 8 years, and believing that since it's the same party, with members being part of this administration, that we are going to, by the grace of God, have a very seamless transition from this administration to the next administration, and that at the end of the day, Deltans will be better for it.